So concerning the greatness of Moshe's sons and his descendants, the Rama Mipano in Kasita Simenayin Vav, he explains a number of things. The first is, it says by Kehos, the Shevet Kehos, they're called a Shevet. The pasuk says, "Al tachrisu es Shevet Mishpachos HaKehasi." Do not cut off the tribe of families of Kehos. Why does it say this? Our sages say, because the Aron would kill them off. They were carrying the Aron, the Ark of the Covenant, and some of them would die because they were impure, they weren't righteous. Therefore, they needed a promise that they would not all be killed. And we have a conclusion in Torah, we have a promise in Torah that Gemiri lo chali shivta, that a shevet will not be destroyed completely, just like the tribe of Binyamin was not completely destroyed. So we have here that because Kehos had this concern, therefore the Torah calls them a tribe so they wouldn't be destroyed. And Moshe's sons are included within this. That when the Torah states Mishpachas ha'amrami, the family of Amram, there's no other Leviim in the family other than Moshe's sons. Therefore, when it's talking about that's calling them a tribe on their own and giving them the importance of a tribe, it's referring to the ones who are carrying the Aron. It's referring to Moshe's sons. That's Mishpachas ha'amrami. This as well is also is in parshas Korach is also, it says it as well, that the pasuk says v'gam es achicha b'nei matei Levi shevet avicha. Also, the tribe of Levi, the tribe of your father, that he's calling the tribe of the father of Amram a shevet avicha. So but it's possible when it says mishpachos hakahasi, the families of Kehos, it's not just one family, but it uses the plural mishpachos, that all of their families would be included in this promise, that they won't be cut off, that the descendants of Moshe have a special prominence and place in the Torah, that their families are promised that they will not be cut off and they will continue. But when it says that in parshas Korach that they will be nose avon hamikdash, they will take on the burden of the sin of the holy, referring to carrying the holy parts of the Mishkan. In general, we know that this could also refer to Shevet Avicha, can also refer to Levi, and include Gershon and Merari, who their families were carrying the ohel, the beams and the skins, as well as the kelim of the menorah and the shulchan and so forth. But when it says Avon HaMikdash, the sin of the holy, it could specifically be referring to the most holy. And Amram was the first family of Kehos. So who is going to be carrying the Aron amongst Kehos? It's going to be the first family, the most chashuv, the sons of Amram. And he says Svarahu shemora mutal al benu hagadol. It's a svara. It makes sense to say that the one who's the bechor, the firstborn, and the first in line, they're going, and the most important, they're going to be the ones who are most have the most reverence, and it'll be the most honorific for them to carry the holiest thing, the Aron. Therefore, he concludes that Gershom and Eliezer, the sons of Abraham, were the ones who carried the Aron in front, And Yehonasan, the grandson, Ben Gershom, he was a third who was carrying the Aron from behind. And it doesn't imply he doesn't say who the fourth one carrying is. But at any rate, he says about this. It says in the Mishnah, if you're standing behind the kaporos, you should see yourself as if you're standing in front of the kaporos. I guess referring to those who were, so to speak, had their backs to the arm because they were either carrying from behind or their backs were to it. So they had to still consider themselves. So it's as if the sons of Moshe were, so to speak, standing in front of the kaporos. Okay. Another point is that we know the whole Shevet Levi did not sin with the golden calf, and this includes, of course, the sons of Moshe as well. They're included in this, that they did not sin. Another thing is when Hashem threatens to destroy the entire Jewish people and started again from Moshe Rabenu, and Moshe had to daven and get forgiveness. The Havamina, the thought that Hashem had said, that's included within that statement, was that he would start again the nation from his sons that he already had, Gershom and Eliezer. And that's because Moshe had already separated from his wife after the giving of the Torah. It says, Lech emor lahem shuvu lahem la'ohalechem v'ata amod imadi. Tell everybody to go back to the tents, back to their wives, and you stand here with me. That was right after the giving of the Torah. So he already had two sons, and he wasn't going to have any more. He had already separated from his wife. So when Hashem says, I'm going to make you a great nation, he's referring to his sons, Gershom and Eliezer, and they were greater than the whole nation, and that was enough for Hashem to start the whole Jewish nation from Moshe's sons. Similarly, it says when he blessed Yosef, he meant Menashe and Ephraim. He didn't actually bless Yosef, he blessed Menashe and Ephraim. So that is similar to saying, I'm going to make you, Moshe, a great nation, but he's actually referring to his sons, making his sons a great nation, because Moshe wasn't going to have any more children from Zipporah. And we already have a promise that not just his sons, but his grandson, Yehona's son, will come out well. And how is that? Because it says, the pasuk says in Shmos, "Laman tisaper beoznei bincha uven mincha." In order for you to tell the story in the ears of your sons and your grandsons. And the pasuk ends there, "V'yadatem ki ani Havaya," and you will know that I am Hashem. Now, this expression that you will know that I am Hashem, he says here that this equates Moshe's knowledge of Hashem to his sons and his grandson. That's by Menashe. It says by Menashe ben Chizkiyahu, the king. It says a similar thing. V'yedam Menashe ki Havaya hu Elokim. That Menashe knew that Hashem was the Elokim. And he says that Moshe in this way was actually also promised that the Shekhinah would rest on his grandson Yehona's son, and he would become a Navi Emes. Now he says at the end here, he says, I have gone at length about this, to silence those who say that the children of Moshe, the descendants of Moshe, have been forgotten Misefer Torah from the book of the Torah, like dead from the heart. And that's not so, but rather as we have explained.